So, the Minister of Transport, Fikile Mbalula, is no stranger to everyday Twitter antics, but today the Minister found himself at the receiving end of some heated backlash after he carelessly responded to a citizen query about some erosion potholes in Limpopo. Take a look at this. The first tweet says, a week ago, a cyclist was killed after being knocked down by a vehicle that was trying to avoid these potholes on the R555 road near Rosenekal. Yesterday at the same spot, the potholes almost took my sister's life from us. Now, let's see what Twitter had to say. First of all, your Minister of Tweets said, this is a regional road, province must sort it out. Oh, what a wow. That is so terrible.
Fikile Mbalula.
Yeah, guys. Anyway, let's read some more tweets because I can't with that one. So this happens all the time. Mbalula tweeting out of his beep via Android and his team doing damage control via iPhone.
Why did Android get a sub there?
And Sipo J1 says, Mbalula always makes me angry. Same, Sipo, but what can we do? And Younger_Co says, you are very selective when it comes to work, but when you want votes, you go very deep in the villages without a tar road. So what do you guys think of this? I mean, obviously, wow, but do you think this was a blunt response was warranted, or how should he have responded better?
I think if somebody's complaining about roads and the minister responded like that, it's a missed opportunity. I mean, what he should have said is that, you know what, I'm sorry about what you went through. I'm going to speak to my comrades at Provincial, and then I will get back to you. We will sort this out. This should never happen. We never have to go through this. But instead, he chose to be, you know, like your dad, when you walk in the house and you're like, Dad, there's no cheese in the fridge. He's like, oh, go tell your mother. Ask your mother where the cheese is. Come on.
For me, my personal opinion, is I think that sometimes this thing of being savage on Twitter is trending, and all of a sudden our ministers are getting involved with trending and being savage and being spicy. I just don't think that was the platform. I don't think our public servants should also be doing things for likes and retweets, which I really think his whole Twitter is all about that. It's about getting as many laughs as possible, and that was such a serious situation. I don't get it.
Definitely. It's very hard for you to actually understand what your job is. And I've seen it, not just him. I'm not just going at you, Mbaks. I'm going at everyone that's on Twitter, that's there with trends and talking to us. And you are there on red carpets with us. Even when we are presenting awards at shows, we have to present with you. We're reading. So basically, it blurs the lines and you forget who you are and what you are supposed to do. And that's the problem right there. We are people don't know what they are public servants anymore, because we are all together. TV song.
I know some people are debating, was that even him who tweeted? Well,
I honestly, I do want to know, does he tweet for himself? Because I'm like, dude. Anyway, speaking of wannabe celebrities, this video of Brickz has been making the rounds on social media. And if the name does not sound familiar to you, Brickz is a former Kwaito musician who was convicted of rape and sentenced to 15 years in prison in 2018. Take a look.
Oh, that's church right there. Tweebs had a lot to say. Cuddles said this: I hope he is rehabilitated and comes back to be a positive member of society. Lerang_ added this: this video is a preparation for parole. This is a publicity stunt. Rehabilitation is a long and hard process. I doubt he's near ready to be trusted around small girls and vulnerable women.
Well, I completely agree with Lerang. I think it's a deliberate act to get public sympathy. I'm not sure if he's preparing for parole or if he's preparing to apply for it. But to me, this is just a ploy to get public sympathy. It's like, who needs to see this? Who released this video? Why? Especially given the crimes that he committed.
when I saw this video, I thought to myself, okay, well, this sort of stuff always happens in prison. We've seen so many videos, even documentaries where inmates are shown with their extracurricular activity and church groups and bands and all of that. So it didn't surprise me. Was it a moving song? Absolutely. Does it change the fact that they're criminals? Absolutely not. And I don't know what's going to come out first, the album or the criminal. We'll see.
Oh my God.
I'm a firm believer of our system of correctional service. We take people there to actually be rehabilitated and put out back into society to actually carry on with their lives. But my problem is the nature of his crime. I just personally cannot forgive Brickz for the crime that he committed. I cannot trust him around the young women in my family. You know, so the nature of the crime, I'm very worried about him coming out and saying he's rehabilitated.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Some people might think it's the usual, and we'll see. Maybe some do actually think it's quite weird. Well,
Is it not weird that there's TikTok in prison? Is that not a thing, though? Why is it so many TikToks coming from prison and no one's saying anything?
They have smartphones in there.
No, guys, but they have social media?
No, they have smartphones. They are on WhatsApp, they are on Twitter.
Nah, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Maybe half of your followers are actually from Sun City.
I mean, no, they're not.
I mean, it's totally unfair that you can trend from prison. You can go viral from prison, while the rest of us who are free, can't even go viral. I don't understand.
I'll teach you.
Please do.